Hello, this is my third Lenten reflection for my old channel. Lent is a time of privations, but also a time of surprises. For example, this is my fourth week of Lent, because I began celebrating Lent as far as these videos are concerned in the first week of March. But during the second week of March, I was unexpectedly called away, so I was expecting in the third week of March to load both my second and third Lenten reflection. But that's not what happened, because I accidentally left my external hard drive that I had stored it on at my house rather than going to my mother's with it, and I couldn't load it. And I don't have internet access where I live because I'm caring for a house in a remote location. So I'm going to have to load 3 different Lenten reflections this week, and 3 on my new channel. Fortunately, even though my new channel is still restricted, I am limited to 10 video uploads a day. That is generous enough for that channel, because I usually only load 1 or 2 videos at a time, although I do plan on loading considerably more than usual, just in case another situation like this happens. But that, I think, makes an excellent third reflection, and a replacement for the third reflection that I'm now going to edit and make my fourth reflection for my old channel. Sometimes in life, unexpected delays happen that are not our fault, or that are our fault but were accidental. Things that were not intentional, or that, while could be avoided, were not simply an act of malice or short-sightedness, simply neglect or forgetfulness. We do not lead perfect lives, and our imperfection extends not only to our morality, but also to our fallacy. We are unable to do certain things. We're unable to see everything clearly or remember everything. And that's okay. We don't have to be perfect. Though we shouldn't surrender to our imperfections either, for doing so makes us lazy. We should always strive to be better. Aspire to be the best we can. Aspire to perfection, even if perfection is an impossible goal. But when we fail to be perfect, we shouldn't beat ourselves up over it, especially if it is simply a mistake. And I think that this tension between not being able to be perfect, but not being able to be imperfect, can be mitigated by having a fair and honest assessment of our limitations and who we are. And I think that is important. I honestly think that having the realistic view of ourselves as not perfect, but nevertheless striving to perfection, is better than admitting we're not perfect and reveling in imperfection, or simply surrendering in despair at our imperfection, or in aspiring to a perfection we cannot have, but telling ourselves that we are perfect, or that we can be perfect, or worse, redefining perfection by ideological lines. We should always realize that we see through a glass darkly. We don't see the world completely accurately as it is. We don't know everything, and perhaps never will, at least not in this life. Understanding that we should strive to a perfection we can never have, that we cannot define perfection for ourselves, and we should not give up on perfection, even knowing we cannot attain it, will drive us forward. And know that as long as we look to God, who is perfect, we will always be guided on the right way, even if we stumble or make mistakes. I don't have much else to say, so I shall take my leave of you now. Thank you. God bless. And goodbye.